The Indian team finished a grueling white ball series and now they're getting back to red ball cricket. India take on Sri Lanka in a test series. So we are back here at Timeout with SportsAdda to discuss all about that series. Test cricket in India, Arun, after a while, it seems like, right? Like England last came here, so it's been a year almost. Seems nice to have red ball cricket coming back again.
Is the red like this, a bit like this? Am I dressed up for the right color? But yeah, I mean, so looking forward to red ball cricket in India, Akhil.
It used to be a spectacle, right? When we were growing up around red ball cricket in India, you knew there was like assistance for the spinners, and there used to be a typical pattern, score runs in the beginning. But last couple of years, the pitches have changed so much after the World Test Championship has come in, especially that home teams are favoring, and the tracks that we got in the series against England, not helpful for the Indian team also, especially the batters.
No, but it makes it interesting, hasn't it? It's become a lot more interesting in that now teams are obviously trying to work out ways to achieve a result, like a definite result, and there's a good chance that it could backfire as well, like it did with the first test against England.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, looking forward to this series. Really looking forward to the series.
A lot of important milestones coming up in the test match, Arun. But before we go and talk about those, as usual, Arun, we have a contest coming up at Timeout with SportsAdda, where people who listen in to us stand a chance to win SportsAdda merchandise. As usual, all you have to do is go on to our YouTube channel, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and put in your answers in the comment section. And we go through all the answers, and the lucky ones will win some merchandise as usual. Okay, and the question for today, Arun, I'm going to give the question as usual. You can give the hint. Simple question. This very interesting answer also. There is a gentleman. There is an Indian cricket batsman who scored 293 runs versus Sri Lanka. We'd like to
That
know
should be
the name
enough.
of that batsman.
Okay, that should be enough. 293 should be enough. You don't have to say anything further. But
Okay,
but
so
but
we'll
in
just
seriousness, you were saying there are two parts to the question, right? Who is the batsman and who dismissed him on 293? There are two parts, right? You need to get both right.
need to get both right. Yes. So go on to the comment section, send in your answers. It's a very interesting. It's one of my favorite players. So that's a big hint that I'm dropping in. Okay. So that's the question, Arun, for today. Important milestone coming up. Virat Kohli is going to play his 100 Test match. So all the marketing, all the broadcast, everything is going to be about huge importance is going to be given to Virat playing his 100 Test match. But also important, Rohit Sharma, the new captain in all formats, going to be leading India for the first time in Test match cricket. So two important milestones for cricket fans like us to look forward to.
Absolutely massive moments in Indian cricket again. Two massive moments. Rohit Sharma becoming captain. Who would have seen this, let's say, 9 years ago? Before Rohit was promoted to opener in white ball cricket,
Hmm.
I have to admit, I was one of those who thought Rohit was given a long rope and didn't deserve that long rope. But what a transformation it's been, Akhil. I mean, I was one who criticized the Indian selectors and criticized Rohit Sharma for the
Yeah.
umpteen chances he got, which he didn't convert. But
Hmm.
since 2013, when he was asked to open, and now to be one of the first names on the team, and now to be named the Test captain across formats, some story, Akhil. And
Hmm. I know.
like I said, I'll be the first one to put my hands up and say I read this wrong 9 years ago, 10 years ago, but I'm so happy for Rohit Sharma. We've seen his captaincy credentials in the Indian T20 League, and that's
Yeah.
when I started to understand him and rate him. And now it's come the full journey.
Really nice. I mean, this is, in fact, Arun, this is the expectation that everybody in Mumbai cricket who used to follow Rohit since the days when he started playing. Moment everybody saw Rohit Sharma from Mumbai cricket in his younger days, we were all hoping that he turns up the great India Test batsman that we all wanted him to be. And the kind of performances he's delivered in the last 1 year has been fantastic. In a time where everybody's struggling to get runs, Arun, he's gone and scored runs and looked so comfortable at the crease. Really, hats off to whatever work he's done. So, if
But,
should we look at the
you know
Indian team
what
once?
irked me, what annoyed me, Akhil, for the longest time, and this is pre 2013, was his name was usually associated or came along with talent, right?
Yeah,
And he did not use that talent to convert it to runs. He just used the talent to get into the team and never scored those big hundreds like he's doing these days. And never worked hard, never applied himself. He had oodles of talent, Akhil, right? He was oozing with talent. But it was disappointing that when there were other players around the country slogging it in the Ranji Trophy circuit, he was one guy who's picked in the Indian team just because he had talent. Now we're seeing fruits of that talent actually being realized. All this talent, but he's put in the hard work, he's put in the efforts, he's applied better, and that's why we're seeing the runs. We're seeing all the goodies go to him. Richly deserved though.
richly deserved. Absolutely richly deserved. Virat's 100 Test match also, he couldn't play. He couldn't get that in South Africa, so he's going to get it in Mohali. Unfortunately, no spectators there, so there can't be much that will be happening around his 100 Test match. But huge milestone for him. So few have managed to do that for India, and all of them have been the top-notch cricketers ever. So he joins a very, very distinguished list. The Gavaskars, the Tendulkars, the Dravids, the Sehwag, I think, was the last one to have got 100 Test matches, right, for India.
Ishant
Ishant
maybe?
Sharma.
Ishant Sharma.
Ishant Sharma. Yes.
In fact, I'm going to ask our viewers, listeners, a question, Akhil. These don't come with any goodies, but how many under 19 cricketers, how many India under 19 cricketers have actually gone on to play 100 Test matches? Ishant is probably one.
Yeah.
Then there's Virat Kohli, who will achieve that milestone. But how many others can you think of?
Harbhajan
Harbhajan
Sehwag
Singh,
both
yeah.
played in the under 19 World Cups.
Yeah. So the 100 Test club is an exclusive club, it's an elite club. But I want to know how many under 19 cricketers have actually gone that far.
Okay, superb.
It's,
Also,
it's
a
a
lot of
it's a momentous occasion, Akhil. Like I said, just the fact that we're talking about under 19 cricket. Even if you ask him, I don't think Virat will himself admit that when he played that under 19 competition, he saw himself playing 100 Test matches. What a journey it's been. He's among the world's best batsmen today, if not the best, and
Yeah.
not just in Test cricket but across formats. And just the passion that he brings to the game, India are lucky to have him. I mean, I've criticized him for his behavior on the field, but purely in terms of what he brings to the game, purely his performance, absolute champion.
You have to give him a credit for the last 5-6 years of keeping Test cricket at the pinnacle. The effort that he makes, the way he speaks about the red ball format at his press conferences, it was very, very important just for the global cricket economy, Arun. Like everybody in the ICC would be also so thankful to Virat for promoting Test cricket, the way, the passion that he's shown to play the cricket. Like you said, behavior wise, there are a lot of people who criticize him, but as a batter, the kind of performances he's given consistently, and forget the hundreds. It's not about hundreds. He's been getting superb 50s, 60s, getting close to that 100 mark. So, as a fan, I'd love to see him getting that in the 100 Test match. I remember Inzamam had done that. Ricky Ponting has done that. Two big names who are in that Virat Kohli category. So,
Yeah.
very, 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 very great chance for Virat.
But absolutely right, Akhil. At a time when Test cricket, there were question marks against Test cricket. Virat Kohli stood up tall as an ambassador for the game. There were questions if Test match cricket will survive, but there are no more such questions. Now we've seen the World Test Championship take stake. We've had one winner already. We're now into the second cycle. But yeah, huge respect, huge admiration for Virat Kohli for doing that. And that the 100's been overdue, Akhil. 100 from Virat Kohli's bat has been long overdue. It just could be the right occasion.
He loves playing against Sri Lanka. Last time they were here, he was in some red hot form and got some fantastic hundreds. I remember him smashing one, like a couple of sixes, I think, at Eden Gardens when the rest of the team was struggling. So he enjoys batting against Sri Lanka. Okay, so before we move on to Sri Lanka, Arun, uh, should we have a look at the Indian squad and just go through the massive changes for Virat before and after Virat also in the lineup coming up? So, would love to know who you think is going to be replacing, is going to be India's new number three and number five. Those are the two big changes for the Indian team.
I actually sat down to pick the 11, Akhil, and
Hmm.
I struggle to fill two places. Believe it or not, I'm struggling to fill two places. So Rohit, I'm guessing Rohit and
Yeah,
Mayank will open,
yeah.
right? Who bats at number three? That's a question. Shubman Gill, possibly a strong contender for number three. I know
Or
the
Mayank
team
Agarwal.
management. Say again?
Mayank Agarwal.
No, Mayank. I'm thinking Mayank and Rohit will open. Shubman at three, Virat four, Shreyas
Yeah,
Iyer at five. This is the top five I'm looking at. Rishabh Pant six, Ashwin seven, Jadeja eight.
yeah,
So this
yeah.
is the eight I've got. Then maybe two pacers, 9 and 10. So I'm struggling to fill one place again. Do India go in with a third spinner, or do India go in with an additional pacer? Does Jayant Yadav get a look in?
Jayant Yadav. Jayant Yadav
But
is there. There is maybe
Hanuma
depending
Vihari.
on the Hanuma Vihari deserves. You think Hanuma Vihari or Shreyas Iyer at five?
I think Shreyas Iyer at five for me. Rishabh Pant six, Ashwin Jadeja 7, 8,
Yeah.
Siraj 9, Bumrah 10. So that's my 10. I don't know if I want to get a Jayant Yadav in there or a Hanuma Vihari.
Hmm. Will be interesting. The last Test match that we played here in India, it wasn't the Indian spinner, but a New Zealand spinner who got the
10.
big wickets. So
Yeah.
that's something that we have to look forward to. Sri Lankan team, Arun, we've not seen them come and play red ball cricket in India for a while now. It's been 5 years, like I mentioned. So different team, completely different setup. Again, different challenge for them. They're not going to be easy facing up against Jadeja and Ravichandran Ashwin, who've been such a big threat in India. This is a very new looking squad as usual, right?
You know what caught my surprise? I mean, Sri Lanka are currently number one in that ICC World Test Championship table. They only won two
Wow.
test. They've only played two test matches. They've won two since the ranking. The standing is based on the percentage of points won. Sri Lanka have
Yeah.
100%, and therefore they're top of the table, and India are fifth. But yeah, like we mentioned during the T20I series, Akhil, where are the runs coming from? I like the man in the picture here. I like the batsman in the picture here, Dimut Karnaratne. I rate him very,
Solid.
very highly, Akhil. Amongst one of the top openers in world cricket today. Uh, doesn't play any other format, right? So
Yeah.
test match specialist, knows his job, can bat long, can hold his end, can grind the bowlers down. But where are the other runs coming from?
There is Agnello Matthews who's back, so that is a good addition. Kusal Mendes, he scored some runs against India. Dinesh Chandimal has won them a test match with one superlative innings. So looks like they've stuck to a little bit of core there, like you mentioned. Karuna Ratne, a fantastic opener, always been very consistent over the last couple of years. Some important knocks. So I'm hoping it will be a good contest because usually they play spin very well, right? But just to play Ashwin and Jadeja, I would say it's one of the biggest challenges in world cricket to come and play and score runs against India in India.
Sri Lanka, for that matter, Akhil, have not won a single test match in India. And we're talking about times when they had some of the top players. They had Aravinda De Silvas, Ranatungas, Mahanamas, Tilakaratne Dilshans, Jayavardene, Sangakara, several others, Duleep Mendes, and they've not won a single test match in India, Akhil, right?
Mm.
Uh, and it's not going to be easy for this team as well. I don't know if they're looking forward to this contest, but
Mm.
like I said, they should take heart from the fact, they should take confidence in the fact that they ranked number one, the standing is number one, and hopefully they'll play like that. They've got a good bowling attack though. Okay. I mean, we've always rated Sri Lanka's bowling highly. They've got a couple of really attacking left arm spinners, but I'm really excited about their pacers as well.
Yeah. They're bowling quick, the pacers. You can't see that when they walk in, they jog into bowl. but the moment it hits the pitch and it really is zipping on, you can see it on television that it's really zipping on. So the Sri Lankan quicks are really a threat to contend with. I'm looking forward to see how they bowl against some of the Indian batters.
Hmm.
They bowled well in the short when they bowl short in some formats, so it's going to be interesting. Looking forward to the
What I'm
Pacers
also
bowling.
what I'm also looking forward to, Akhil, is the Pacers in the day and night game.
Hmm. Bangalore day-night game is going to be fun. It's just the very few day-night games happen in India with in red ball cricket, so interesting. Going to be fun watching that game in Bangalore. Test cricket going to Mohali also is something fun. Arun, been a while since I've watched a Test match there. It feels like so. A couple of very important venues in Indian cricket and always give good results. So going to be an exciting series. Do you think you go to fifth day or 4 day matches?
Fifth day will be too ambitious, Akhil.
Okay, so before
Even fourth day, going by what happened in that India England series, fourth day too will be a little ambitious, but let's give fourth day a chance.
okay, so before we go on to the predictions like we do usually, we are running a contest here at Timeout with SportsAdda. Like we have people who listen in to us stand the
Okay,
chance to
okay.
win some.
Before we get to the contest, Akhil, sorry, you've got to tell me that story. You've got to tell our viewers that story. There was a test match you watched in Mumbai.
Yes, there was a test match played at the CCI, not at the Wankhede where normal test cricket had started. Very
Don't name
rare
the
that we got
batsman.
to. I won't name the batter. So, fantastic India batter. He scored 293 runs, and I've got a chance to work with him quite closely on a lot of projects actually. And I've listened to this story where he's narrating that to the audience, and just rapturous response. A couple of content pieces also we've done with him, chatting over dinner, where he's explained saying that I was batting like that and this happened. So you're batting on 280, 270 in a day, a single day. You thrash the bowling attack to every part of the ground. And then you're batting, and Rahul Dravid is at the other end, and he advises you, saying that okay, just calm down. You have the entire day tomorrow. It's just the first day. You're already on 280, and for a change, this batter listens to what Rahul Dravid is saying. Uh, Slows down his game and just stays not out on 284. Unfortunately, gets out on 293, caught and bowled by a legendary bowler. Always puts that as a funny story now, saying that I would have got my 300 just on the first day, if not by Rahul by coming and telling me to just slow things down. There's
So
nobody
the
like that player.
no, this is one batsman who will on 195 go and attempt a six to get a double hundred. On 300 attempt to hit a six to get a triple hundred. Rather 294, 295 attempt a six to get a triple hundred. And like you said, 293 one more dismissal. But the contest question relates to this story. So you need to tell us who is that batsman, Indian batter, who scored 293. That's first part of the question. And who's the bowler who dismissed him in that inning? Which Indian batsman was dismissed for 293? Who is the bowler who dismissed him? Go to
All
our
right, so that's our
YouTube channel, subscribe, like our video, post your answer. One lucky winner, hopefully, will get some timeout with SportsAdda merchandise.
all right. So brilliant contest. This is we love having such contests, and we love seeing the comments and the answers also. Cricket is just so much of passion about this sport. It's fun to watch and follow. Okay, so important test match series for Sri Lanka, World Test Championship points on the table also for India after a loss in South Africa, Arun. 2-0.
India, I was looking through the numbers, Akhil, and from memory, I just wanted to confirm that India have lost only two test series at home in this entire century, which is starting 2000. One was to
Yeah,
Australia and one was to England.
yeah.
Just two test series out of maybe 20, 30, 40 since the start of 2000, Akhil. What a record
What
this
a
is. What a
record.
phenomenon. And like
Phenomenal
I said,
record.
Sri Lanka have not won a test match with some of their greats. Not going to be easy with this team as well.
Okay, so Arun going with the usual Megra 2-0 prediction. We'd love to know your thoughts, your opinions on what the series scoreline should be, who should be India's new number three or number five. We'd love to know those thoughts, and we'll be back again at Time Out with Sports Adda to discuss more cricket. Lots of exciting cricket lined up in March. Thank you so much for joining us.